Hello everyone, welcome back to Biology virtual class of Soidar College with Dr. Mohini Mohan Bora. We know all living organisms are made up of cells. This means that cells are the structural and functional unit of living organism and is considered as fundamental unit of life. We also know that cell need oxygen and food for its survival and production of energy. Cells also produces waste materials like carbon dioxide, urea, uric acid, etc., which must be removed from the body. This process of supply of food, nutrients into the body and removal of waste materials from the body to the outside is carried out by simple organisms like Porifera and Coelenterate through the water where they live. The water penetrates in its surface and diffuses throughout the organisms. In case of higher organisms, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Chordata, including us, this process is carried out by a special type of transporting media called body fluid, which transport these substances throughout the body. Body fluid includes blood, lymph and interstitial fluid. Blood is the most commonly used body fluid of higher organisms including us. The movement of blood through the vessels by the induced action or pumping action of the heart is called blood circulation. Now I am going to discuss the structure and function of blood. So let me proceed through the screen. Now let us discuss the functions of blood. Gas transport is not the only functions of blood. The blood has a number of functions. Blood carries oxygen from the lung to the tissues and carbon dioxide from tissues to the lung. It carries nutrients from the intestinal wall to various parts of the body. It carries excretory products from the cells or organ where they are formed to the excretory organ where they are to be eliminated. It serves as a communication system within the body by transporting substances like vitamin, hormone, secretions, enzyme and other essential chemicals. It acts as a great defense mechanism against several types of diseases. Blood has ability to coagulate and thus guard against hemorrhage. Blood has the qualities of regulate body temperature. Blood has ability to regulate its own pressure by changes its volume and viscosity. Blood also helps in maintaining accurate balance between the water supply and loss. By its efficient buffering power, blood helps to maintain a constancy of acid-base content of all tissues including itself. It helps to maintain the balance of ion between the cells and surrounding fluids. It regulates osmotic pressure of blood. Now let us discuss the composition of blood. Blood is a highly complex liquid tissue composed of loose cell or form elements and plasma. By volume, the blood is 55% plasma and remaining 45% formed element or corpuscles. Normal plasma volume is 5% of body weight. Blood is thicker than water, feels a bit sticky. Did you know temperature of our blood is 38 degrees centigrade, which is about 1 degree centigrade higher than our body temperature. How much blood you have depends on your size and body weight. A man who weighs about 70 kg has about 5 to 6 liters of blood in his body. Let us discuss the plasma part of the blood. This fluid contains about 90% water by weight of plasma and remaining 10% comprises mineral ions, plasma proteins, nutrients, gases, food, hormones, vitamins, etc. Water maintains blood volume and pressure, forms limbs, water supply of cells, provide vehicles for other constituents. The mineral ions of the plasma functions as nutrients and cellular control agents and are essential regulator of osmotic pressure of the blood. It maintains pH balance. Any change of pH of blood is readjusted to normal by the buffering action of mineral ions. It also regulates varied effects on the tissue cells. Plasma protein make up about 7 to 8% of the plasma and are classified into 4 general categories: serum albumin, serum globulins, fibrinogen, and prothrombin. Fibrinogen and prothrombin participate in blood clotting. Globulins are the basis of blood types and act as antibodies, regulate iron concentration, and perform other very important functions. Glucose and other sugars normally present in plasma averages about 0.1% and is carried to all parts of body by blood to use as a principal source of energy in cellular metabolism. The remaining 2 to 3% of the plasma is made up of amino acids, vitamins, liquids, hormones, urea, uric acid, and other metabolic waste products. In addition, plasma contains dissolved oxygen and carbon dioxide in transit to and from cells. Now, blood contains 3 kinds of formed elements or free cells which make up about 45% of the blood. These are RBC or erythrocytes, WBC or leukocytes, and platelets or thrombocytes. The RBC or red blood cells are the most prevalent of the formed elements. Each cubic millimeter of human blood contains about 5 millions of RBC. Fish, amphibia, reptilia, and birds RBC are oval and nucleated. Mammalian RBC are non-nucleated spherical disc, except in the camel, whose RBC is oval. Human erythrocytes average 8 micron diameter, 2 micron thickness at the edge, but only 1 micron thick in the center. These are acidophilic and therefore stained with eosin. Mature RBC lack endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, ribonucleoprotein, and mitochondria. Hemoglobin present in RBC are responsible for red color of blood. Hematopoietic stem cells of bone marrow are capable of producing all types of blood cells. The process of formation of RBC is called erythropoiesis or hemopoiesis. Erythropoietin is a glycoprotein hormone that stimulates RBC production. The average life of RBC is about 120 days. They are continuously destroyed and new ones are produced at the same rate of about 140 million per minute. In the embryo, they are formed in liver and spleen before bone mature and after birth in red bone marrow. Hemoglobin of RBC transport oxygen and enables our blood to carry approximately 60 times the amount of oxygen than an equal volume of water or plasma could transport in solution. Hemoglobin also functions as a carrier of small quantity of carbon dioxide from tissue to the lungs for excretion. It maintains electrolytes. The pH carries amino acid to different cells. Let us turning our attention to WBC or leukocytes. White blood cell or leukocytes are metabolically among the most active of the form elements. They are non-pigmented and therefore colorless. They contain nucleus and majority are larger than RBCs, measuring 8 to 15 micron in diameter depending on the type. About 7 to 10,000 WBC are found in each cubic millimeter of human blood. The term leukopenia describes a condition characterized by low WBC count due to viral disease like mumps, measles, chickenpox, poliomyelitis, etc. Let us discuss the type and structure of WBC. On the basis of structure and origin, WBC are classified into two broad groups: leukocytes with single nucleus and clear cytoplasm arising from lymphatic tissue called agranulocytes, and the second group, the polymorphonuclear leukocytes with granular cytoplasm arising from red bone marrow called granulocytes. These are most numerous. The young granulocytes have horse-shaped nuclei and become multi-lobed as the cells grow older. Agranulocytes are of two types: lymphocytes and monocytes. Lymphocytes are 8 to 12 micron and about 25% of total WBCs. They are small round cell with a more or less centrally placed nucleus. Monocyte is a large cell with kidney-shaped nucleus. It ranges 10 to 15 micron. These are quite mobile and represent 5 to 7% of total WBCs. Granulocytes are of three types: polymorphs or neutrophils, which has irregular lobulate nucleus having 2 to 7 lobes. It ranges 12 to 15 micron and most active of the all WBCs in terms of motility and ingestion of foreign particles. They constitute 60 to 70% of the total WBCs. Eosinophils are circular, 12 to 15 micron in diameter. Their nuclei contain 2 to 3 lobes and constitute 2 to 4% of the total weight. Basophils are also circular, contain 2 to 3 lobes, but cytoplasmic granules dominate the appearance of basophilic leukocytes. It constitutes only 0.4%. Let us discuss the functions of WBC. Primary function of WBC is to protect the body against many types of infections. Macrophages functions to scavenge cellular debris, destroys antigen. The ingestion process of foreign particles including bacteria is called phagocytosis. Lymphocytes are responsible for manufacture of immunity substances called antibodies. Eosinophil count is increased during hookworm infection as well as allergic states such as asthma. The number of WBC increases temporarily during infectious diseases. An abnormally high WBC count is called leukocytosis that leads to the cancer of the bone marrow. Now, let us move to the platelets. Platelets or thrombocytes are small oval fragments of bone marrow cells about 2 to 4 micron in diameter without nuclei. About 250,000 to 300,000 of these cells are found in each cubic millimeter of human blood. Blood platelet plays an important role in coagulation of blood. Platelets have the ability to absorb many of the factors required for blood clotting and carry them to the site of blood coagulation. They may plug the injured vessels by adhering to the exposed subendothelial cell structure. These are all about the functions and structure of blood. In our next class, we will discuss blood coagulation and blood group. Thank you for your watching.